I'm Rob Solo, and you're listening to Twi'lek Talk. Welcome to our Star Wars Rebel review on the long-awaited episode, Twin Sons. Yeah, that was, I'm Rob Solo.
And I'm old Ben, and we couldn't have done this intro
Any worse.
Any worse. And guess what, kids? We're on Facebook Live, kind of like the HoloNet for Earth.
Yeah. And so we got a great episode tonight out of Star Wars Rebels, and it was something that was built up since what was Phantom Menace? Oh. What year did that come out?
99.
We've been waiting for this
for 18 years.
For 18 years, yeah, for 18 years.
The war to settle the score.
Totally was. I was very pleased. I felt satisfied after the episode. Let me start by saying that.
Yeah. Hands down, one of the best. And we've both been watching Rebels since the beginning.
Yeah.
And there've been a lot of really good episodes. This one, easily, hands down.
Easily.
If not the best, top 2, top 3.
It's up there in the top 5. Okay. I might put it in my top 3. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I felt satisfied with the outcome.
Yeah,
let's dive right in. This is crazy stuff.
There's so much meta stuff going on in this episode that and we got to say that we've seen it twice.
Yeah, we have seen it twice
because it was on demand, and we were like, oh, we got 45 minutes, 50 minutes before the episode actually airs.
Yeah,
so let's watch it.
Why not watch it?
Yeah,
twice.
So we watched it twice.
I don't know why they do that, but it works for me.
I mean, if you do go the streaming route, I mean, it was on this morning. I mean, but still,
I don't like that streaming. I want to see it like on the official,
as close to it as you possibly can.
Yeah, with my little surround sound system and whatnot.
Yeah.
But thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. So many things to talk about. I don't know where you want to start. I found that Steven Stanton, who voiced Obi-Wan, was spot on, incredible.
You like that?
It's just if there was at any point anyone was channeling Alec Guinness, it was Steven Stanton. This episode, just incredible stuff. The delivery, his whole demeanor, the whole time he was calm. He wasn't even thinking like, oh, here's this, old adversary that's going to come to kill me. He's just like, oh, he's there. I know he's there.
I felt like I was meditating when I was watching him speak.
It was incredible. I could watch that however long he was on, 5 or 6 minutes. That's all it really needed.
How do you know that?
I'm just saying. I don't know if it's 5 or 6 minutes. That's what it seemed like, but it seemed like, yeah.
I had seen a thing recently where someone was complaining, and I think I even mentioned this to you at work, about someone who is going to boycott this specific episode, Twin Sons, due to the reason that what's the guy, you're good at this, the Clone Wars Obi-Wan voice actor.
Oh, James Arnold Taylor.
He was upset that James Arnold Taylor didn't voice Obi-Wan in this episode. I heard a glimpse of the voice character.
The inflection, yeah. I mean, but it's a weird thing because, as we know, Alec Guinness was the original portrayer of Obi-Wan, and he did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor, who played a younger Obi-Wan, also did an incredible job.
Great job.
But it is a weird thing because they are two kind of different. It's hard to explain. Two different characters, but the same person in portraying the same character. If that makes any sense at all.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, you needed that kind of Alec Guinness gravitas for that. You can't. I mean, I think James Arnold Taylor would have been great, but getting Steven Stanton to do this, who's voiced Tarkin. He's done AP5 and I think a few other minor characters.
He does AP5
in Rebels.
Chopper's buddy.
Yeah, he did. They called on him for a reason.
Did he do? I heard. I might be wrong, but didn't he do Poggle?
Yes, I believe
the lesser. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
The Geonosian.
Yeah.
Leader.
But overall,
this guy's been around. He's gotten work.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the, and the comment that I had left on this person's
kind comment, yeah.
Yeah, I said, spread the wealth, and I like what I'm hearing. Maybe they're trying to meet in the middle of young and old Obi-Wan.
I'm curious to see what this person, because this person definitely watch the episode. They
did.
I mean, it's just like,
they
yeah, I
couldn't
don't want to, I don't care. Okay, I'll watch it.
You're a Star Wars fan. You're not missing it. This is something like
that's
again,
like me saying in the last podcast. Oh, I hope they don't have a Boba Fett movie. Oh, that's gonna suck. I'll be the first person in line to see it.
Totally.
I mean, I'll be honest, but of course, being fanboys, fangirls, and everything, we're always gonna have something that we're not gonna like. But at the end of the day, though, you're gonna see it.
Someone puts out a Bold Gullet movie.
Dylan will be there.
Me and Dylan,
yeah, I'll be there too.
Me and Dylan will sit side by side to watch that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked his voice. I thought he did a fantastic job. I felt like I was watching Obi-Wan on the screen. Again, this is how old is Obi-Wan in this episode?
He's technically, this is the weird thing because
this is where it gets a little complicated.
This is where we get into like the world of he's technically supposed to be like 58 or 59.
58 or 59.
Seriously, yeah.
And how long has he been on?
Desert has not been kind to him.
No.
They don't have sunscreen on Tatooine, apparently.
It's a rough world. How long has he been on Tatooine?
It's going to be, now, I believe it's 19 years, right? Because this is supposed to be a year out before Rogue One and A New Hope.
All right, so he grabs Luke.
Right.
After Revenge of the Sith.
Right.
Heads to Tatooine. And this is 19 years later.
Yes.
Darth Maul comes around. Motherfucker's still alive. And
he was like a cockroach.
And at first, you know what? I was opposed. Me and my friend, he gives me shit all the time. Excuse my language. He's like, I don't know Maul in the animated universe. He died in the Phantom Menace. And you know what? I was opposed when it first happened. But he grew on me. And Maul became, if not a better character through the animated universe, in my opinion.
Well, they did a really good reboot. Because I think Lucasfilm realized, you know what? We've got somebody here that, in the Phantom Menace, he was portrayed as the cool assassin. And ended too quickly, and they realized, all right, we've got to retcon this, we got to reboot this, and they, gave him a second life in the Clone Wars series, and now he's had such a, spoiler alert, I hope you've seen the episode, fitting end to his character in this episode. So
I can't agree more.
But you want to delve into a little bit?
Yeah,
as far
let's
as
get into the episode.
Yeah. One of the things I thought was really cool actually was the holocrons actually were really pertinent plot point in this.
Extremely.
It served as a compass and a guide for Ezra throughout the whole thing. Just trying to, when he landed on Tatooine, it was a trap for Obi-Wan that also, unfortunately, Ezra fell into. And I think to a degree, it also created those mirages that Ezra was witnessing and experiencing. When he was in the desert.
Yes.
With the Maul coming after him, and the thought.
Now, my question to that was, Maul that powerful and connected that he can tap into these holocrons to create this scenario of him fishing out Obi-Wan through Ezra?
Possibly.
Is that what was happening?
Possibly. That's
basically that's what it was, right?
That's kind of what I got out of it. That he was using it as an amplifier to try to reach him.
So you have to say Darth Maul is pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Not the former Darth, is pretty powerful.
Right.
Being that he can tune into these holocrons to work out that kind of agenda.
Right. Yeah.
That was really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he fishes out Obi-Wan. He uses Ezra. I thought that was a cool plan.
Oh, yeah.
And fishes out Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's just chilling. He's roasting marshmallows and shit by the fire.
Finishing up some blue milk. Yeah.
I felt where the point where Ezra lands on Tatooine, where he gets off the ship and he's hanging out. Chopper. I love that Chopper snuck on.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But when he gets off of his ship, it automatically has a feel of A New Hope. Right. But it even has a slight feel of Empire Strikes Back, where Luke and R2 land on Dagobah.
Yeah.
And I got a feel from that where R2 was just chilling in the his little spot in the ship.
Right, yeah. Stay here, Chopper. Stay here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Didn't it have that feel?
Yeah.
And throughout the episode, I noticed that right away. And throughout the entire episode, I was like, oh, that has a Revenge of the Sith feel. That has a New Hope feel. That has a Return of the Jedi feel. Like,
yeah.
Being on Tatooine, I mean, obviously.
I also got a few, I'm drawing a blank, Force Awakens. I got it when Maul said something to the effect of, look what you've become. Lor Santeca and Kylo Ren, look how old you've become.
Oh, okay.
I got that when I got a Rogue One when Ezra stole, the A-Wing.
Totally.
And then there was another, if I can remember it later. But yeah, I mean, they're amazing at pulling from different source material from the film and bringing it into, just subtle. It's not even anything overtly like, oh, obviously fan service, here we go again, there's this, there's that. No, they did a really good job with that.
Absolutely. I have to agree. I felt like at times I was in Attack of the Clones. Even when... All right, so we have this scene, Ezra winds up landing and getting attacked by old Ben.
Oh, the Tusken Raiders.
Tusken Raiders.
By the way, those Tusken Raiders still have no luck against lightsabers or any kind of Force user.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. We got to see Tusken Raiders and Rebels doing their...
Yeah, they're yeah.
Do it. You're good at that.
That's all.
It sounds like a seal, right?
I've done too much voice acting for one day.
No, that's good. That's good stuff.
But yeah, there was a callback again to A New Hope with the Tusken Raiders. But yeah, there were so many amazing kind of things that they threw in here, but it all served the purpose of the story. It all moved the story forward to the final climactic scene, which was still.
Whoa, don't move ahead too quick.
Don't.
I want to focus on these Tusken Raiders, man. Yeah. Wow, they were cool, right?
Yeah.
I was just like, as soon as they came in the scene, you see a blaster go off, the red blaster, and all of a sudden the Tusken Raiders, that you hear that.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm here for.
Ezra's being attacked. Chopper blasts out of the ship. Did you see him?
Yeah.
Oh man, he got out there. Chopper's my man. I absolutely love Chopper.
Yeah.
Blasts out the ship, and then Darth Maul cuts them down. That was some Attack of the Clones Anakin type stuff.
Right, yeah.
I felt that.
Yeah.
He was tapping
Felt
in.
it right here.
It was good.
Yeah, no, it was good.
I totally got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
But yeah, overall, again, I think that this was such a pivotal episode. This episode was built up so much that who knows what's, I was excited, but I was also a little nervous because this is also like, it's funny too, because there was a quote by Obi-Wan in this basically saying that by Maul showing up and bringing Ezra, he's changed the course of history. By them doing this episode, in my own mind, at least being the fanboy I am, like this is changing the course of history because Ezra knows about Obi-Wan on Tatooine. And that'll get to a question we'll, talk about in a little bit. Because that's kind of like, again, because before this, think about it. Who were the people that knew that Obi-Wan was on Tatooine? Bail Organa, Yoda, and the Lars family.
Yeah,
that's it. And everyone else, and now Ezra knows. And who knows what Ezra told the Ghost crew? That was the other thing, because they said to him, did you find what you're looking for? Tell me, whatever. And he just said that Maul won't be bothering us anymore, and didn't say anything about Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So, it's...
At the same time, I don't see Ezra making it that far.
I know too, but
to tell anybody something of that kind.
But yeah, I know. That's yeah.
I don't. I'm not saying he's gonna die soon or anything. I'm just saying he's not gonna make it. He'll probably hold that secret till his grave, but I don't see him living.
Gotcha.
Very old or anything. Oh, who knows? It's a lot of speculation.
Because again, since Disney has bought Lucasfilm, it really lends a question of like how are they going to add these new elements into the already that are things that are already there. You know what I mean? Like it's very like, again, because according to what most people thought, like, all right, Obi-Wan was on Tatooine. This is before Disney bought Lucasfilm. Like he was on Tatooine. He watched Luke. He probably drank some blue milk and fought off a few Tusken Raiders. Went down to Tashi Station. Maybe had a drink at the cantina. That was really it. But now you're adding this like other element of other things. So it's cool.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's adding to the lore. So
now, At one point in this episode, it's pretty cool. They say Senator Organa.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
I picked. That was one of the first notes I took was that Senator Organa confirmed Kenobi's death. So
Confirmed.
So that means that
Bail Organa is sticking to his story.
right, but that also means that possibly people were inquiring, whether it was rebels, whether it was because again, Senator Organa still a senator at that point, even though his power was diminished and still in name he was a senator. I'm sure there were people, there were Imperials or Imperial sympathizers that were like, you were close with Kenobi. He was, do you know anything? Have you heard anything? And he confirmed his death. I guess that was obviously to protect, everything.
And what a wait when at the point, now I don't want to get too far ahead, but when Obi-Wan and Darth Maul are facing off. And Darth Maul, I keep saying Darth, but he's not Darth Maul anymore. Maul feels what Kenobi is hiding on Tatooine.
Oh, yeah.
His purpose on Tatooine.
Yeah.
And what a weight that is when that scene unfolds.
Someone. And then, that was just, at that point, I was like, oh, Maul's done.
He had to be.
Yeah, because we were talking about this all week. It's like, there's no way Maul gets out of this alive.
Never.
There's no way because there's just no way because he's not going to leave. They're not going to be best buds, and he's not going to just be like, all right, I'll go to another planet and thanks. I'm sorry about all the trouble.
Yeah, we needed to conclude this story. Are we in agreement?
Yes. It's a shame because it's a great character, but then again, you don't want this character to keep on going and just with no purpose. So
it was a good. All right,
send
so
off.
what does Darth Maul say to Obi-Wan as he's dying? Now this is great.
Tell me he's the chosen one. He will avenge us. And what I took from that was Palpatine. Not even Vader, Palpatine. I took it because Palpatine, of course, as we all know, is the puppet master behind anything. Palpatine was the one that trained Maul, but then betrayed him and then enslaved him. And so I think this is what I think. I think that what Maul was getting at was that Luke, who's, well, actually, no, when I think about it, wait a second.
It gets conflicted a little
now
bit.
I'm conflicted.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Because which way is he going?
Yeah.
I was thinking he was talking about Luke.
I thought so too. No, but of course the chosen one, of course, is Anakin. And
But it could have been Anakin.
yeah.
Is anyone considering that out there?
Message us right now. Let us. Sorry. Well,
because I mean, they've been talking about Anakin as the chosen one since the beginning, since they found him in the Phantom Menace, and this goes back to the Phantom. This is a conflict that goes back to the Phantom Menace, and it's almost as if you could read it as being that he starts off. It ends where it begins. That's what they said on Tatooine, and he's asking Obi-Wan in his last words, is Anakin the chosen one? Because ultimately, we all have to agree that Anakin is the chosen one.
Of course. Yeah.
So,
I mean, he was, but it's like he's going to do, he's going to balance the Force, but we're not going to tell you how. And doesn't this, he's going to, by the way, he's going to be a bad guy for 20 years.
Yeah.
But
he's going to fuck shit up for a while.
What I got from it, though, Maul basically said that as far as he will avenge us, I think that he meant that, well, now we think Anakin, obviously, that he is going to take out Palpatine for both Maul and the Jedi Order. Because, again, at this point, Maul's no longer a Sith. So was he ever really a Sith? He was never a Sith Lord.
Well, he was the apprentice of the Sith at one point.
Right.
But, yes, pushed to the side and replaced by Vader.
Right.
But when you're watching that scene unfold, you do, obviously, it's written in a way that you feel like they're talking about Luke.
Yeah.
Because they
I think I got caught up in the moment. He's like, is he the chosen one? I'm thinking to myself, wow, wait a second. I know, yeah, my brain went somewhere else. I'm
You would think Luke at that moment.
because
That's the way that was brilliant, the way they did that.
yeah.
Because he was just talking about Luke, oh, you're hiding something. Someone. And then all of a sudden, you cut to after,
the very short,
slash.
very short but very sweet fight, which we were speculating, like, it's not going to be, I didn't think it was going to be a long fight, but I didn't know what was going to,
I liked it.
Yeah.
And you cut to him dying.
Get it? No pun intended. Cut.
And a vertical slice, and there you are. And
everything's nice.
Who's he talking about, Anakin or Luke? I'm saying it's Anakin. The way they wrote it was really cool, but Anakin is ultimately the one who brings balance.
It is Anakin. But I don't know why my brain. Well, my brain went to Luke.
Yeah, that's how they did it.
It was brilliant how they did it. But yeah, it's. I mean, I will say one funny thing though. I again watching it because we watched it twice. I did pick up on a few things that I thought were gonna happen but didn't.
Yeah.
When Ezra mentioned to Chopper, follow the ridge, you'll probably find a settlement. I really thought he was gonna end up at the Lars homestead. That would have been great.
I
just
thought maybe that too. After
me playing the what if.
Yeah, that would have been cool, and it is cool because we do get to see it at the end
very quickly. I mean, and they do use, that was the other cool thing, is they did use the actress that played Aunt Beru, her audio.
Now that actually is the audio taking from New Hope.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
you would know.
Yes.
Wow,
I do know.
How cool is that?
Yeah,
like wow. Like they really pulled it out for this episode.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, and then you saw a figure running towards
little
the homestead.
Little Luke.
What I liked, the music in this was incredible. Really, I mean, Rebels has done an amazing job, and offhand I do not remember the composer, but he does an incredible job just painting these emotional pictures for these scenes and these stories. And at the end, of course, it had the da, 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 and that was just totally like original trilogy. I mean, and the music when Ezra was walking through the canyon right before he, went to the sandstorm.
Yeah.
Definitely reminiscent of A New Hope, of the droids being on and just kind of wandering aimlessly, kind of how Ezra and Chopper were wandering aimlessly. Two characters walking through the desert trying to find their way.
Yeah. Well done.
Well done. Right.
Yeah, I love here. Luke.
Yeah, incredible. Yeah.
Come on, do it for me.
Luke. But I think that this episode was amazing, great for so many reasons. But one of the things I did like about it was the fact that it did not sort of depend on nostalgia, as far as like, you're going to see Obi-Wan, you're going to see this. No, they really just they just added it in when they needed to, and then to add to the story because that's, at the end of the day, that's what is going to draw people in. That's what's going to move things forward, is having a good story, having good characters.
I felt it was an authentic nostalgia.
Yeah,
that was like, it wasn't pushed on us.
Right.
It felt nostalgic, even though like I was saying, there were certain scenes that felt like a lot of the movies. Even
Rebels does a great job in making the animation feel like it belongs seamlessly with the film. Like you could take, even though obviously it's animation, you take that and you put that whatever you want to say, like right next to this movie, or right after this movie, and it fits. It fits perfectly. The characters, everything. Yeah.
I have to agree. It was one of my favorite episodes of Rebels. Hands down. So where do we go from here? We have Maul is dead.
Maul is dead.
And Obi-Wan, he's going to continue out his time, as we know, watching over Luke on Tatooine. Hera is the shit. I was actually a little afraid when Ezra stole the ship. I was like, yo, Hera's going to be pissed.
It's like taking the car for a ride.
Like the mom, I don't want to upset her. I feel like if I upset her, I'm in a lot of trouble. She's great. I love Hera. It was good to see her. A few other things I also would like to mention. You don't think that at any point Ezra is going to bring up Obi-Wan, or
I think that story is.
it's done?
I think so. I don't think you want to overexpose that story too much.
With the following episode,
I don't think. Yeah, I think you're gonna.
It's over.
The next episode, which is 0 Hour, which I believe, are we going to be doing that next week?
I think we're going to do a live
review.
After.
Nice.
Yeah.
After party.
0 Hour. 1 hour episode next week, which is really exciting.
We'll be posting and all that, and so we'll let you know when we're doing that. This next episode is going to be on Lothal, and it's going to be focused on Thrawn and what's going to, the fallout from that. And of course, like many of TV shows that, have heroic heroes and dastardly villains, that any good show these days, there's going to be a loss at the end, for the heroes, for the good guys. And again, we could speculate on what we think's going to happen, who we think's let's morbid as this sounds, who's going to die. But it's gonna. I'm getting. I mean, this episode. I don't know if this episode could be topped, to be honest, because it's. But I think what they have in store for next week.
It is an hour-long episode.
Yeah,
I don't know. It looks exciting from what I saw.
It does look
trailer.
exciting.
It's hard to say. This episode, it really felt great. It felt great.
I feel like
you watched it, you felt good. You felt like it was a milestone. It wasn't a milestone.
Right, yeah.
It was a milestone.
This is going to be a repeated viewing episode for me, especially the Obi-Wan scenes. It brought you back. It made you feel like you were watching A New Hope. It's like, but you're almost like, I want more, but I don't want it to be watered down. That's how I feel. It's this, damn you, Dave Filoni, you did a great job.
He did.
But I mean, this episode, as they say, cliche, but it's true. It exceeded my expectations as far as what I thought, what was going to happen. But
I have to agree.
I don't really think of, as far as things that I didn't like. I didn't really. I mean,
is there anything you didn't like about this episode?
There was
anything
something I wish they could have added, and this is just me. I wish, because he was trying to go to Obi-Wan and get personal, I wish he would have brought up something about Satine. That could have been cool.
Now, who's Satine again?
The love of my life. Yeah, the Mandalorian leader in Clone Wars, whom he had I don't know, because who knows who Rey's related to? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Maul had killed her to.
He should have brought that up at least for a second.
I would have done that. Yeah, it's it's nitpicking, but I overall, I mean, you can't complain about this episode, really.
Yeah, but you know what? If you can't complain, you can't at all. But it would have been nice to have something thrown in there,
right? Though he did say, like, I should, I'm here to kill you, but maybe I should just let you go and live like a rat in the desert. And
yeah.
I mean, that was definitely
totally Maul.
That was definitely a throwdown of a. So
Satine was Obi-Wan's love, and she appeared in the Clone Wars animated series.
Right.
And there's a lot of theories surrounding Obi-Wan and Satine, and Darth Maul was the one who actually he wasn't even Darth at that time. He was already past that. He was hanging out with the Mandalorians, and it was on Mandalore, and he killed Satine. And right there, that's kind of revenge, man.
Yeah.
Like, he's been screwing around with Obi-Wan. It's like, oh, man.
Everybody hates Obi-Wan. Seriously, everyone's after him. Vader's after him. Palpatine, I'm sure, would obviously want to get rid of him. Tarkin said he must not escape. Everyone hates Obi-Wan.
But he's resilient.
Everyone hates old Ben. Why do they hate old Ben?
He is resilient, and he's making a stand. Obi-Wan is my man.
Oh, yeah.
Just when you can't, just when you get to the point where you think you can't gain any more respect for Obi-Wan, something like this happens.
Which actually, after this episode, I think it lends more evidence that they're going to do an Obi-Wan standalone.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope they come out with that. at the point where he is about to face Maul in this episode, he does his typical
demonstrate for the people
Surisu stance, right?
Right.
And then he cuts to that classic elbow up, ready to hit a fly ball.
Yeah. And he did, and he knocked it down out of the park.
Now, what's up with that? That's a different style altogether, right? Was there something more behind that? Like, did he see some?
Who knows?
Is there something to break down?
I don't.
The Jedi style fighting. You know?
We've got to get a Surisu expert on the next podcast to be able to tell us that. But no, yeah. I mean, like I said, this episode was great. It told the story that it needed to tell. It gave Maul a fitting ending, and it gave us a glimpse into that world, that New Hope era kind of world. And it would be, like I said, I have a fear of them revisiting that too often.
Yeah.
But overall, this was a 2 thumbs up.
Now, don't you feel like Rebels at this point, we're ending season 3, going into season 4, which has been announced. There's definitely a season 4. Don't you feel they're just leading up to the very moment?
That's what they've been saying, that this is that season 4 is going to be the last one, and it stinks because I love Rebels. I love it better than I hate to say I like it better than Clone Wars. That's just me.
Okay.
No,
you know what? I get it.
But I think too that again, when you're getting closer and closer to Rogue One and New Hope, I mean, you can't. I mean, they are saying though. I mean, a lot of people are speculating there's going to be a new animated series after that.
Yeah.
And don't know what that's what time frame that will be, what time period, but I mean, I'm thinking this is going to be the last season coming up, and it would be really cool if you saw from the Ghost crew's point of view the battle of Scarif. Yes.
That would be.
So
I hope it leads into the Battle of Scarif. And the Battle of Scarif takes place, is it a year? No,
it's like
10 minutes.
20 minutes, 10 minutes before
10 minutes for New Hope.
Before You're My Only Hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're seeing little Luke at the end of the Rebels episode we just watched, run across the desert, Aunt Beru is calling him, what age is he?
I don't know. I think they're because at first I thought this season was 5 years before A New Hope and Rogue One,
can't be, right?
No, it's not. It's not. I'm thinking that's a continuity thing. They're just like, all right, doesn't really matter.
It's probably like 15? Because you know what, you sprout up between those ages, right? Like 15 to 19.
Sure,
you sprout, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to justify it.
I'm not. I don't really. To be honest, I don't read too much into it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the episode. I thought it was great, and I think it was again a fitting sort of closing the chapter on Maul, who's been again since he's been brought back, has been an amazing character, and
he grew on me. I have to say, he did. At first, I was not feeling it with the Clone Wars episode when he's on the garbage planet and he has to build his legs up, and
I've got my legs.
I've like I said, it's something I tried to tell my friend Pizza that. It grew on me, and I accepted it.
Yeah.
So
it's there's again, we're in the realm of sci-fi fantasy. There's sometimes you have to suspend disbelief and just say, you know what, that happened. All right, and I'm just gonna go along with it. I mean, you can analyze it and do this, but whatever. I mean, it's not what the writer had a better idea and they decided to go in that direction. I'm glad they did.
And you know what? After I accepted it, now coming to his end because he's dead, I had an attachment toward that character. So it works. I accepted it, and then I followed his journey.
Moved on.
I followed his journey, and now he's passed. And I feel
you're in the grieving process.
I'm in the grieving process because I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss him a little bit, even though obviously I liked the way it happened.
Right.
I think it's justified as a conclusion to a story that I've been long-awaited story. It, again, dates back to 1999. It's very cool.
Yeah.
I feel fulfilled. I think it's great. Anything else you want to add? Great episode.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much given it as much accolades as we possibly can. Maybe we should. Yeah.
I do have a question.
Okay, that's why I'm here.
How did Obi-Wan know Ezra Bridger's name?
Because he's Obi-Wan.
Is it just because he's Obi-Wan?
Well, how did? And again, maybe I missed something. How did Ezra know that he was on Tatooine? Was that something that a connection with Maul? Probably.
I think it was the holocrons.
That's probably
holocrons are very
holocrons are like
I don't know. So, but the way Obi-Wan, he was so confident in his speaking. He said, Ezra Bridgers. Like, he knew who he was.
You're in the wrong place.
You're in the wrong place. Like, I'm not good at accents. But like I'm saying, how did he know who he was? Is it just a tapping into the Force kind of thing?
I'm sure, yeah.
He knew everything. Obi-Wan's a master. He knew that Maul had tricked Ezra into leading him to him.
Yeah, there was a great line. We'll just point that real quick. Actually, there were two really good lines that I found. Read
them off, old Ben.
Maul used your desire for good to change the course of time.
Yes,
and he did, and because he said, Ezra, you shouldn't, you basically shouldn't be here, and then there was a really cool thing. I'll just want to add this real quick. When Ezra was starting to hear Maul's voice, he said, "Draw him out. Your pain, your sorrow calls to him." At first, I later on I figured out, okay, he's talking to Ezra. At first, I thought maybe was Maul talking to himself, and then Ezra was just hearing him,
picking up on it.
Yeah, because again, Maul's been through hell and back, and obviously Ezra's been. But yeah.
No, I'd have to say Maul was manipulating him the whole time.
Oh yeah,
definitely. But yeah, because how does he connect with those holocrons though? That's my question.
I don't know. Well, that's another question for another podcast.
That's another question for another podcast.
But, we're sorry, we're good.
No, I was going to say that's about it for the episode. It was a great episode. Twin Sons, Star Wars Rebels. We got the finale next week. Tune in. I think Darth Dillon's going to come on board.
Yes.
And we're going to do a review of the hour-long finale of Season 3. Very excited.
Very excited.
That trailer got me psyched.
Yeah.
Very excited. I'm also, you check us out at you could tell everybody.
Well, what's the
you're good with the voices and stuff. Maybe you could do it in like a Obi-Wan voice.
Twi'lek Talk Podcast.
Yeah, Twi'lek Talk Podcast.
Okay, so we are also right now in the process of having a website.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
That's big news.
Yeah. You can find, because if you're watching this now, on our Facebook page.
You might be.
We, hopefully. We will be posting all of our videos, any of the YouTube stuff. We've got some ideas down the line that we're going to be looking at. And, lots of exciting stuff for this.
Lots of exciting Twi'lek Talk stuff coming up. So this is a review. We're going to do a lot of reviews for a lot of different things. We might do some comic book reviews in the future or even novel reviews. But we're going to continuously do our podcast as well.
Right. I mean, we have Celebration coming up too next month. So
we'll
do woohoo.
Was it April 14th, 15th, 16th?
Something like that, yeah.
Are we getting a Last Jedi trailer from that?
We are.
We are, right?
We are.
We have to.
Red Carpet Rob said it
Red
first.
Carpet Rob. Old Ben just came up with Red Carpet Rob. I kind of like it.
Rob. This is not the announcer you're looking for.
I like it. Email us any ideas at Twi'lekTalkPodcast@gmail.com. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube.
And Twitter.
We've
got all that info on the Facebook page.
Page.
Yeah.
Great episode, Old Ben. Twin Sons and our review.
Of course.
Stay tuned next week for the review of the hour-long finale of Season 3 of Rebels. I'm Rob Solo.
I'm Old Ben, and may the Force be with you always.